Hello, hello, and hello. Welcome back to another Let's Unload podcast. So I hope you guys are doing well. Happy Tuesday to all of you guys. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what we do. We're here to talk. We're here to oh, that's cute. We're here. Sorry, y'all. I was trying some stuff. Every time I come on this thing, they got something new for me to try, y'all. Every time they got something new. So I try. Where it go?
Oh
There it go.
Lord.
Look, y'all. Look, let me see.
Okay, then spring come through.
Yeah, that is so cute. So when it was saying that I can create one, I said, "Oh, what about we do like a spring theme or something?" So I see something every time I see something on here. Okay, but anyway, I'm back to it. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know how it is. Before we get into our conversation, y'all know what we like to do. We got to give our church announcements. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're not subscribed to any one of our channels, please tell me what are you waiting on. I need you to do just that. Subscribe, share it out. What's up, blissfully involving? After you do that, if you're not following Dina, please go ahead and do that as well. Her channel is Journey with Dina. Now, I almost had a little flashback, and I was about to say this is Deep Conversation with Shun, but I forgot to say that, y'all. That's where the pause came from. I was about to say that. I said, "Oh, that's the right one." Okay, y'all. I'm a little hyper. Let me calm down. Miss Dina, how you doing on today? How you doing, friend? Oh, I think she froze. Dina, you there?
What is happening, honey? What
Oh,
happened?
there you go. You're back. You came back.
Oh my Lord. Don't start that tonight now. I already had some problems earlier today. I said, now wait a minute now. Oh Lord, now I can't hear you.
No, I muted myself. I told my girl
Okay,
to bring me some lip gloss.
I'm gonna say, ain't nobody got time for this foolishness tonight,
I just need something for my lips. I was hollering to my girls, telling her to bring me something. Just bring me something.
okay? Okay.
Yeah. So how's it been going? How your day been? How what what it's been like?
Listen, I'm trying to see like outside has been flipping some things. At first it was a little cool, then it got a
Yeah,
little cloudy, and I went to the park and I was like, baby, I'm gonna go home. It's cold out here. I need my pullover on.
it
But
is
it's
definitely when
good.
that sun go down, it definitely get cool. It gets really cool when the sun goes down. Yeah.
Yes, and the wind was blowing. So I was like,
Yeah.
baby, let me get on home. I need some coffee, but I'm cold. I ain't doing coffee this week, so I just got me a blanket and turned the fireplace on. So you know.
That's all you got to do. That's it. Thank you. That's it. Okay, y'all. Baby, she brought me some Vaseline, y'all. We gonna make it work. Oh,
You
my lip
said
gloss. I
you
need
said
some Vaseline.
anything. You said anything for the little snap friend.
I know my purse somewhere in close proximity. They could have gave me some gloss. So my lips could be popping like Dina, but nah, I gotta get some Vaseline. But I'm grateful and I thank you, Trent, for my Vaseline on my lips. All right, you guys. So let's go ahead and get into it. We're gonna talk about marriage is ministry. And if y'all did not catch our video from last week, please do yourself a favor, okay, and go and watch last week. And last week we talked about how it does matter who you marry. So since we talked about that, we're going to segue over into how marriage is ministry. And most times we do not think of marriage as ministry. We do not look at it as a way for us to bring people in or, testify to people, all the things. And when I do my prayer, I always say, Lord, bless my ministry. And everything that we do concerning Christ is a ministry. I don't care if you go outside picking up trash and you're doing it for the church. Guess what? It's a ministry. I
Right.
don't care if you are, marriage. A marriage is a ministry. And once you come into covenant with your partner and also as a couple with God, you're fully in full blown. ministry. It's time to go out into the hedge and the highways. It's time to go out. And most people will tell you, hey, don't tell your business. And I do agree with that to a certain extent. I do agree.
Right.
Everything is not for the public, but some things we do have to talk about. And one of
Mhm.
the things I love to give an example about was I always put y'all in my business. So I was a teen-ish pregnancy, right? So I got pregnant at 19, but by the time I had my son, I was about to turn 20 years old. Him and I are exactly 20 years apart, straight up and down. He 20, I'm about to be 40. Like we're straight up and down 20 years apart. And I remember when I was at my own baby shower, and somebody told me, it was like, oh, you're gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay. You got this. And it was just this vague type um advice. That's what I'm looking for. And it was really like I'm about to be walking in the park in this spring background that y'all see. Like that's how they kind of, oh, you're gonna be fine, it's gonna be okay. Blase, blase, blah. And not that it was a bad experience, but they didn't tell you the nights that you will be up all night. They didn't tell you that the days that the baby gonna be crying uncontrollably and you done done everything and you don't know what to do to shut this baby up. You know, they don't tell you everything. It's just a vague, you
Mhm.
know, advice. And sometimes I think we go into marriage with vague advice. Oh, just keep God at the center of your marriage. You're gonna be fine, Dina. You're gonna be like, that's cute.
Hmm.
But what's gonna happen when I want to go upside his head with this frying pan? Like, and we don't have those conversations. And again, this is not to tell everybody and divulge all your information because you're not supposed to do that. Marriage is sacred. It is something you keep close. But when it's time to go out and minister because somebody comes to you, where they come to you as a friend, a
Mhm.
co-worker, um,
A stranger.
a stranger, a church member, whatever the case may be, that is your time to now minister unto that person.
Mhm.
Dina, thoughts?
So is I can't say crazy. It's just like God for us to even have this topic because I was reading on. So last night I did my podcast as well, and I talked about it matters who you marry, but it starts with who you date, and that was a whole different spin on what we talked about last week. And so today I was scrolling through Facebook, and this man had posted about are you preparing for a wedding or a marriage?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, let me read this. So he went on to talk about how we have these now, they have these big glitz and glam wedding with
Weddings.
all the drones that's taking the video,
Mm-hmm.
everybody coming in with a dance. They want to
Yeah.
do too much, to me, too much for the bride and groom to be out on the floor while everybody is watching it. But that's just me.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my perspective on it. And he talks about how nobody puts that much in. Well, he ain't gonna say nobody. He said how we should focus more on the marriage instead of actual the wedding. And so when you sent that, when we don't talk about the topics, we might just we go through what we gonna talk about tonight. I'm like, I don't know. She like, I don't know. Well, give me a minute. And when you sent that, I was like, okay, Lord, I see you. I see you. I see you. What you doing?
Mm-hmm.
And so I totally agree that marriage is a ministry. But even for me, like it's so much stuff that I have just begun to learn about ministry as for your marriage, and that's like within the last 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I first I felt some type of way because I feel like if marriage is a kingdom assignment, when you learn what you need in the kingdom, and I feel like
Mm-hmm.
a lot of churches don't have this information for you to have, when you're going through things. Now, they say they have marriage counseling. I don't know because I'm not married, so I wouldn't know that. And I know some churches have singles and couples ministries, but do they get into the assignment of marriage? Do they get into what it looks like. It's a calling, it's a ministry. And I think we lack a lot of that. And that's why a lot of marriages don't really survive, or they
Yes.
have so many problems because, back in the day, you used to go to the church mother or the older women in the church, and they would
Mm-hmm.
kind of tell you some things and sit you down. It might be raw and uncut, but they
Mm-hmm.
told you, what to expect. Like you said, a lady just told you, oh, you're going to be all right. No, we need some people that's gonna sit down and say, "Look, baby, some days you ain't gonna like them.
Yeah.
Some days you're gonna be wanting to fire on them and slap them, but
Mm-hmm.
you can't do that." And
Can't
then
do it.
it's gonna be like the real part, the part that they don't post on social media. We post all
Mm-hmm.
the good part.
That's
All
all.
they doing this, we going on trips. You ain't
Mm-hmm.
post that y'all just had this big argument right on the church parking lot for y'all got out the car, but when y'all
Right.
got out the car, y'all. Good morning, Sister
You gotta
Sarah.
put it together.
Right,
You gotta put it together. You
right.
know what? And even in that, with the everything's gonna be okay. I think even when it comes to marriage, we see a lot of marriages that also come into divorce. And you were like, dang, y'all been married for 20 years and y'all want to wait till year 21 to get a divorce, and I think a lot of that because of social media feel like there's more out there. Now, this lady finna catch a stray, and I don't feel no waste time, but I'm finna throw her out there, which is Miss Tia Mowry.
Oh Lord.
Mary, however her last name is pronounced, which is, Tia and Tamara, the whole sister girl, right? And
Mhm.
y'all know she recently divorced about 2, 3, whatever ish years ago from her husband, Corey. And this entire time, I follow Tia. And she has been so cringy to watch on social media. Like, I mean, beyond cringy. I'm like, girl, you're knocking on 50. What are you doing? And she did this whole tour press of how liberated she is to be divorced and trying to make it seem like it was this wonderful thing. And she's going on her healing journey, but she could not tell and won't tell what was the reasoning for the divorce. But if you catch some of the things that she was saying, she would say, I just been with him since I was X amount of years old. He's the only person I've ever dated. She was a virgin that when she met him. So that's the only person that she's ever had sex with. So she felt like, she needed to find who she was.
Mm.
And she
Let me
ended up
repeat myself. I'm gonna write that down.
and she needed to find who she was because she's been bogged down in this marriage and this relationship for so long. And even when she did her reality show coming after, they tried to allude because she was the breadwinner that probably caused some tension. And I can see maybe that being some truth to it. But she never came out and said that he cheated, he abused her, he got a baby outside of the marriage, things that we would consider to be grounds of ending a marriage. But it was all because I don't think I want to do this anymore because I want to be out here and be a city girl. But ever since she's been out here, you've been posting these thirst traps and it's been cringy and you're talking about, oh, I'm ready to love again. And it's like, girl, what are you doing? So I said all that to say this because there is a trend on social media. In y'all spare time, go look it up on TikTok about women saying how they divorced a good man and he didn't cheat, he didn't do anything wrong, he didn't do none of the things, and it was the same stuff that Tia is saying.
Mm.
Same thing. I've been with him forever. I just wanted something new. Da 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 da. Why am I saying all of this? What was the point of this? Remember, our marriage is a ministry. And don't you think that one piece of a second that the enemy will not come after your marriage.
Mm.
And every time the enemy comes, it don't have to look dramatic as a cheater. It don't have to look as dramatic as abuse. It don't have to look dramatic as these things. If we go back to the beginning of time and we go to the beginning with Eve, he was very subtle in making them sin.
Mm-hmm.
It was very subtle. Let's go back to Jesus. When he fasted 40 days and 40 nights, it was a subtle thing. Jesus didn't fall for it, but it was a subtle thing. And we have to be careful, because just because it don't look like this, don't mean that that ain't the enemy attacking your marriage. You
Right.
were fine when y'all was having sex outside of marriage and shacking up and doing all the things. The devil don't need to attack you no more, because
Mm-hmm.
like you're doing all the sinful things. But once you make it a union and you do it the right way and you're doing it under God's covenant for his grace and mercy, for him to bless it, now ain't nobody horny no more. Don't nobody want to have sex no more now. Ain't nobody going out on dates no more. Ain't nobody being romanticized in no area.
Mm.
It's a subtle attack. It's subtle. That's how you know it's a ministry. Okay, I'm stopping. Go ahead, because I'm gonna keep on going. Go.
I'm with you, Sister Soldier. I'm with you. I'm with you. But I put a pin where she said that she felt like she was missing something because that was the only person that she had been with. And I was thinking about that earlier, because I have talked to so many women who get to that so many years in their marriage, and now they feel like, well, I didn't get to do this when I was younger. Well, I had kids and I didn't get to explore that. Now they want to go back in time. But those are the things that you should do while you are single. That's why you have to learn to enjoy your singleness and do all those things then. So when you get married, you won't look back and say, man, I wish I would have did this, because that time's gone. Like that season that's past, you can't get back all that time that you did. You know, I understand you got married young, or whatever the reason was that you, I'm sorry, but for now, that time, you got different priorities now. So, they said the Lord will redeem your time, but I don't think He gonna just let you just drop it and just, run back to that. But that is one of the reasons why you have to enjoy your singleness and to the max, so we won't have these problems. But that's what I had for that part right there. I had to put a pin right there.
And I'm gonna throw this out here too, because I want to be clear when I say, well, I'm gonna speak for Dina when I say this, and if you don't agree, then you can say, and to enjoy your singleness is, that don't mean that you need to be pop locking and dropping for every Tom, Dick, and Harry that you see. That don't mean enjoy your singleness in that way, because I do think that people will hear certain things and will twist up the words and all the things.
Yeah.
Do I feel like it's okay to maybe, if you're not in a relationship, but if you go out on a date, but make sure you leading with the correct and clear intentions. If you're going to do something along that line, but stay safe, single ladies. I want y'all to stay safe. You okay?
And be intentional.
Be
intentional, because I talked about last night how everybody does not get access to you. Just because he may be cute, don't mean that he a part of your assignment. Because your spouse will be your first ministry. And then you need to make sure that you choose someone who can handle the assignment that the Lord has already given you, because y'all assignments are going to be intertwined. Yeah. So, if you got a call, and then if you in ministry, then, that man over there that like to go to the strip clubs every week and, like she said, pop, lock, and drop it and just hang out and drink and smoke and do all that stuff. Nah, baby, just because he buying you dinner, tell it, I really appreciate you, but no, sir, I'm going to have to pass on that, Yeah. Because you have to guard your access, because their first yes is expensive. All it takes is that one date. And then, if they put it on too strong, you all gone to the left, because I know for my single people, we have those moments where you just be like, Lord, when or how is going to happen? Is it ever going to happen? Because let's be honest, you're still in the natural. Yep. Even though the Spirit says that, it's coming, you got to wait for it. It's in God's timing. Have patience. Yeah, all that is good. And we know all of that. But when you're in that moment where you feel I always say you feel some type of way. I feel some type of way. I can't put my
Mhm.
finger on what it is, but I feel some type of way. And it's almost heartbreaking sometimes to hear and talk to so many different women. And they feel like I talked to a lady last night and she was saying, I'm finna be 55 years old, like I'm just gonna retire by myself. It ain't no good men out here and this, that, and the other. And I feel some type of way because it may look like that because you haven't met that person for whatever the
Mhm.
reason God has. And it do have those times where it's been a long drought. You ain't seen nobody that look like nothing, and you just like, what is going on? So it's
Mhm.
hard sometimes when you in that moment of saying to wait and
Yeah.
to wait well, but your
Mhm.
feelings are your feelings. But that's why the scripture said to cast down all imaginations, because sometimes you can let your imagination take you all over there. Like she said, well, ain't nobody gonna come and I'm gonna be single. No, you can't speak those things. You got to turn that around and say, now, Lord, I know I've been waiting a long time, but I know you're gonna make this worth the wait, right? But it's just we have our moments, but you entitled to your moments, but then you got to bring it on back. Okay, that's
And
it.
I'm gonna add on to that, which is why when you waiting well, you prepare. So there's a story in the Bible to where baby they ain't see no rain for 3 years. They ain't see nothing. And God told him, go dig your ditches. Go dig your ditches. And he said, wait a minute, God, I don't see no wind or no rain. Why are you telling me to go dig the ditches? And the guy said, go dig them ditches. And you got to be intentional about how deep you dig your ditches. Because when the rain comes, you need to be enough to hold in everything that God is about to give you. In your waiting well, go and dig your ditches. Although you don't see no rain and you don't feel no wind, go dig your ditches and you wait well. Because he is a God of and suddenly. Even when it's bleak, even when it's blank, and suddenly it's going to come. When the Bible say, and it shall be done. My pastor used to always say the word shall means a guarantee. He ain't gonna go back on his word. So when you waiting, when you're waiting well, go dig your ditches and dig them deep because you ask for surface, but he's gonna give you way more than you could ever think, imagine in anything. That's Bible too.
Yes,
He gonna blow your mind.
that's
Go
Bible.
dig your ditches. Dig them. Yeah, it's been drought for 3 years. But year four gonna be prepared. Oh, I got another. Holy Ghost gave me this one too. Y'all remember when the 10 uh brides came and they was going to meet the bridegroom and they had their lamps full of oil?
Mm-hmm.
And everybody didn't have their lamp set for the right time, right? So they ran
Mm-hmm.
out of oil. So they asked them other brides, hey, let me borrow some of your oil. That's it now, baby. On your own. I suggest you go on up the street to the corner store and see what they got, because I can't help you over here. So they left and they missed the bridegroom because they wasn't prepared. Wait well, be prepared. Don't be like them 10 women that didn't have enough oil. When you dig, don't dig nothing that's this deep. Dig deep. Because when he send the rain, it's gonna be a pour down. Okay, I'm done.
Oh Lord, I heard a song with Kiara Sure. It's gonna be real good. She got a song called Rain.
Oh,
What the Lord is doing, it's gonna be real good. Just like you said, he said it's gonna be real good. Okay. So on my notes right here, I got, it's a reality check that came up when we talked about this. And the reality check was like the stuff that we say that nobody talks about, that nobody posts on social media, like
yeah,
forgiveness,
yeah.
patience, and sacrifice
Mm-hmm.
daily. Not like I forgave him yesterday or I forgave her yesterday. Well, baby, today is a new day. It applies every day.
Mm-hmm.
And that forgiveness, that can go through any relationship. We
Yes.
like to hold a grudge. And I remember one day the Lord told me, I forgot whatever happened. I think I was mad at somebody who I hadn't talked to for a long time. And the Lord said, who are you not to forgive? and I
Mm-hmm.
forgive you daily.
Yeah.
I give you grace daily.
Every
And you
day.
can't extend grace to somebody else. Even the car note people and the bill people give you a 7-day grace period.
Mm-hmm.
After it's supposed to be paid, they give you another grace. So who are you
Mm-hmm.
not to extend grace to somebody and I give it to you every day? Baby, when I say he slapped me all upside my head, when I was walking in that park, I said, Lord, you sure is right. Let me get myself together. Get you together now.
He will. You know, that's another Bible in the story too. When a man he couldn't pay his debt, and he went to the king. That's in Matthew, y'all. And he went to the king, and he went begging to the king, and the king about to throw him in jail. Said, "Now you owe me what you owe me." And he pleaded. He pleaded with the king, "Just give me some time. Give me some time." He said, "All right, I'm gonna cancel your debt out, only because you know, just to get outside." Saw somebody that owe him some money.
Hmm.
He ready to tap on the guy. He fighting, he doing everything. And the guy that worked for the king was like, "King, you would not believe what I just saw. You know, little dude that you just let slide with this debt. Tell me why he out there fighting this man."
Hmm.
Because he and the guy pleaded with him just like he pleaded with the king. And the king said, "You hypocrite. Didn't I just cancel out your debt? And you gonna go out there and
Well,
pull this stuff? Did I not just don't worry about it? Cast him into jail."
well.
Y'all, we gotta be careful. But let me say this, because when you said that made me think about the Bible verse. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me say this though. This is some advice that I give to one of my friends, and I tell her, I said, in marriage, there's always a season of giving and taking. There's
Mhm.
going to be a season where you're going to be the giver, and you giving, you doing, you intentional, you doing all the things. But guess what? The tables always turn. And when
Mhm.
the tables turn, guess what you're going to become? Now you're the taker.
Mhm.
And the husband's gonna be the one doing all the sewing, doing all the giving. And it's always gonna be a give and take. And one of the biggest things in ministry, we come to serve each other. Just like we went back to Jesus in his ministry, he said that he did not come to be served, but to serve us. He washed his disciples' feet.
Mhm.
He fed them. He could have did all this. He didn't need no help. He don't need nothing. And that's going to have to be our mindset when going into marriage. And I'm not saying that you're going to have this down packed after the day you say your vows. I ain't
Right.
gonna lie to y'all. Let me not tell y'all that. Maybe I'm about to be going 13 years strong, and I'll be like, "Oh, just
Tell
I
the
tell the Lord
truth.
thank
Tell
you."
the truth.
Just I tell the Lord thank you. Don't say nothing, and you be like, I just told him but close your mouth, let it be. And there will be times when it is time to speak. But we ought to, even the Bible tells us, we got to be swift. You slow to anger. We say stuff so much, and that just don't imply in this set, it's in everyday life, but especially in
Mhm.
marriage.
Mhm.
Especially in marriage. People getting divorced, it ain't because of big things. It's little bitty things that them piled up, that them piled up, that them piled up, that them piled up. My husband do not put the top on the toothpaste. It ain't worth fighting about no more, y'all. It is what it is. I'm going on 13 years. It is what it is. We ain't got to fight about it no more.
Right. Pick your battles.
Pick your battles. If somebody would give him $1 million, baby, we would lose the $1 million because he would not put the top. And as you can see, it still get on my nerves. But it's one of the things that Rashonda, you don't even see it. Brush your teeth, get on out the bathroom. You don't even see it. It don't even matter. Don't matter. And for him, his it for me is I can't believe you let this car get this dirt on the inside. Why your shoes in here? You know, and now it gets to the point, guess what? He'll even say nothing to me no more about it. He'll just go out there and just clean the car out and be like, here you go, your stuff.
Keep the peace.
Keep the peace. What's the point of arguing about it? Because I'm taking my shoes back off and put them back in there and put my flats on because I don't want to walk in the hills all day. What? Pick and choose your battles.
That's a good one. That's good. That's good. That's real talk. That's real talk.
And
look, always big stuff.
It's not the big. It's the little things. That's why when they say it's
irreconcilable differences.
That's all that means. That's it. Y'all can't get along. Y'all don't see eye to eye stuff, but y'all want to fight against and going back to what I was saying, it's this subtle thing. He making it a subtle tension between y'all, and we ain't even picking up on it. It's subtle, and he pulling you further and further and further and further. Then gets to the point you be like, oh, even his chewing makes me sick. Like, then you don't get to the point where you can't even stand the man no more. Oh, he just chews so loud. Like, oh, you been getting nothing. What is wrong with you?
Oh, Lord, help me today, Jesus.
And I ain't gonna lie and say I ain't had them moments and he ain't had it with me. Like, you know, it happens. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Be like, child.
Ooh, I already been praying because I already know my it gonna be. I'm so used to my bathroom.
Yeah.
So you think I'll be wrong when I tell him go use the guest bathroom?
No, keep the peace. If he okay with it, let him go down there yonder. Go on over yonder.
I said, Lord, it's gonna be a problem. I don't care that he got two sinks in here, his or hers. It's all mine right here.
Yes, and he gets mad about that. I think if we had, my son has the bathroom downstairs, so because all the living quarters are upstairs, so because he lazy him to go downstairs, he's gonna deal with our bathroom upstairs. He just gonna deal with it and be done with it. But like our stuff be. And then I have two other girls in the house. One is a teenager and one is a little itty bitty thing. Me and that teenager combined, baby, please. Her witch hazel, my Siva stuff on my face, her deodorant, my deodorant. He just got this little bitty piece of he just got this little piece. He got put out the closet. He was like, Rashad, you can't take no more. Oh, I said my whole name. You can't take no more of the closet. Like y'all, the dresser. We got an 8 drawer. Baby, I have 6. He down to 2. Over. He's like, please don't take another drawer. I know I don't have as many as you will, please. So that's a little bit of my business there. It's real, y'all. That stuff will start fights. That stuff starts arguments.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the pettiest things. And it starts arguments.
Just petty.
It really do. It starts arguments for real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It really does. You'll be surprised that you felt like, but in the moment you ain't gonna think about it because you're mad. But when you sit, you're like, dang, we was really fighting over the toothpaste. Ain't no stupid. Like we really fight. Like we really.
So you get through fighting, then you be going there, just look at them.
Yeah.
Like ain't nothing ever happened.
Like you ready to eat. That's how you, and that's true. That's how you break the argument. Don't nobody, it do get to the point where you do have to apologize if it's depending on certain things. But like the little petty stuff, you ready to eat? I got hungry. I don't care where you want to go. It don't matter where you want to go. Wherever you want to go is fine. It don't matter.
Angela said, give me a porta potty now. He ain't gonna need the porta potty, Angela. Now we ain't doing that. Long as he's gonna be fine with going to the guest bathroom, it's gonna be all right because I'm gonna have all my stuff in there. I got a broom, 'cause I got to sweep up my hair, and I'm used to spread it all over now. And
Yeah.
you when you so that's one of the things that when you are single, you have to coach yourself into sharing your space, because
Mhm.
I'm sure at first it is not going to be easy,
No. Two
especially.
people coming together. Yeah.
That's like combining two separate worlds into one.
Mhm.
Like who gonna, and I'm sure it's gonna be a lot of giving and taking,
Yes.
and just try your best. We're gonna try our best to just, you said that giving, just go ahead. I'm just gonna let it go. Just go
Yeah,
ahead.
let it go. And it really does come down to compromise. The compromise is gonna have to be there. Like everything's not gonna be worth the battle and the fight, and what makes you guys work. If y'all was the same, y'all wasn't gonna come together. Y'all opposite for a reason.
Right.
Somebody gonna be the quiet one, somebody gonna be the loud one.
Somebody gonna
Somebody
be
outgoing, somebody
funny.
shy. You're even if you look at magnets, that's why they use that example so much. The
Right.
magnets are two completely different ends. That's why they can stick together. Look
Mm-hmm.
at yourself as a magnet. You're one person, he's another person, but y'all come together. But y'all coming together on the morals and everything. That's what matters.
Right.
Your morals, your character, who you are in Christ. Those are the most important things, because like I said, it's going to be somebody who's shy. I always call myself shy, but people be like, girl, who? I'm like, I'm shy. You know. But my husband is a walking mute child. And when I tell people that he talks a lot, they be like, who? I said, because y'all ain't at this house. Y'all don't know. This man can talk your ear off. But in public, baby, he is like a walking mute. They be like, do he know words? I be like, he can talk. He can talk. You can. I wouldn't lie to y'all. The man can talk. But that's the difference.
Right.
He ain't gonna open his mouth. And I'm sure you know that. Like,
Yeah, I've never heard him speak to me. That's why when you said you shy, I'm like, well, you can't be shy if he the way he is. Because listen, that's why. But I think they're opposite. But I think they still, I think you still should kind of compliment it to a certain extent,
yeah.
because too, I
Mhm.
think too, it has a lot to do with too, like your ministry wise, even job wise, career wise, because sometimes one person might be in the light and they might have to go out and do things, and
Mhm.
the other person might be just there. I'm here for support. I ain't
Yeah.
really got nothing to say, but I'm here. So
Yeah.
I think I just can't get past that patience. Like, listen, when the first of my journey started, the Lord continued to tell me that love is patience.
It
I'm
is.
like, Lord, I don't want to hear that no more now. Listen. I don't know how much patience you got to give every day, daily.
It's
Love
so
is
slow, girl. You're gonna have a whole lot of patience.
patience.
You're like, dang, only 1 minute went by. God, dog, this is the longest 1 minute I've ever had in my life. This is the longest minute ever. And it's just been 1 minute. You were like, oh, yeah, it's real. But it's a beautiful thing. I'm joking and I'm, making light of the situation, but it really is a beautiful thing when you can come together as one. And man, God gonna blow y'all mind. God is going to like literally open up things for y'all that can't come together, won't happen until you probably do get married.
Mm-hmm.
And when you force so many things, I think you cutting off your blessing of
Mm-hmm.
what could have been with your husband. And
Right.
I don't mind. And I say this because me and my friend had a conversation about something, and I was like, well, if you do all of this stuff, what's going to be left for you and your husband to do? You
Mm-hmm.
know, what do that look like? And I don't mind, and I get that. Like Dina said, enjoy your singleness. That don't mean you sit at home like the princess waiting for your prince to come and slay all the dragons to come and get you. That don't mean that. But be a little intentional about doing certain things. Yes, go on a trip, enjoy fine dining. You may be the one to bring them in to be like, hey, this is a great restaurant. This is how steak should look. Ain't nothing wrong with Longhorn, but let's go over here and see, when you can look at the steak and it just fall apart. You ain't got to do nothing, right? And you're there to compliment each other, but don't get to the point to where you went so far out that a man be like, well, what is there left for me to do?
Right.
Because a man gonna want to feel needed. He's gonna want to feel needed, and we can go so far out. I'm sorry if I'm stepping on toes, I'm sorry. If you go so far out sometimes, it can be a little intimidating. I know we got our new women. If he can't accept for who I am, he don't need me. Okay, girl. Okay. I'm gonna let you have it because you know it. I don't. I'm gonna let you have it. I'm gonna let you have it. You got this. Go, girl.
No, but that's when you gotta massage their ego. Even though they said you done been all these places, you done did all this. But baby, I ain't did it with you.
Yeah.
Me, that's a different experience. Me by myself.
Yeah.
Me and you gonna do this. You gotta, I'm married. You gotta stroke their ego. You gotta bring it on down. Yeah.
Yep.
But you're right. You're right.
All right, you guys, y'all know what it is. This is us. We went over. We almost 40. I think we did a 45-minute live in a minute. It's been a little bit since we've done one, but it was good. It was really, really good. So I hope y'all did y'all homework from last week. If not, you still got time. Write out your list. What does it look like? And give it to the Lord. He will do all things, and all things He will do.
And I got some homework for them tonight.
Oh, come on, homework. It wasn't me this time, y'all. It ain't me.
Listen, I got a little prayer over there, but my phone over there, and I don't want to get up on the camera. But my little question, my reflection prompts tonight. The first one says, "This is for all the single people, the married people. I know y'all continue to work in your marriage, and put the Lord in the middle and do what you're supposed to be doing, right?" So my first question says, these are the questions you're going to write down and you're going to ask yourself tonight. And then, like Sean said, you're going to talk to the Lord, right? Am I preparing for a wedding or ministry? The second one says, do I want marriage or do I want partnership? Next, it says, can I serve someone else without resentment? And the last one says, is the person I'm choosing aligned with my assignments?
Amen. Those are great questions to ask. And y'all fix that man plate. It ain't gonna hurt y'all. Fix that man plate.
It ain't, because listen, my mom, I'm almost 50. If I go to my mom's house and there's a guy there that then stop by or whatever, she gonna ask them, would you like something to eat or drink? And they'll say yes. And then she'll turn around and say, Dana, go up. I said, well, I got to fix that plate. But here again, it's some of that old school teaching that we don't have. So now it's the thing. Well, why I gotta fix this plate? So now I don't even argue. If I have conflict, even now, if it's a female in my house for the first time, I've had a guest over like for Valentine's Day. She was my Valentine, and I found myself serving her. And she was like, I'm married, but this, I don't even get this like this. And I was like, well, I was just doing how the Lord had me to do. I cooked, I served her food and brought her drinks, and she was just amazed. But I was like, I was amazed too, because I'm like, Lord, you didn't be serving. But that's what marriage is too, serving each other. And I always, this is my last thought. I used to always tell this lady that marriage is two selfless people, not selfish, selfless. And if each person's main goal was to please the other person, then you will have less problems in your marriage. Okay.
I agree. And I'm gonna plug this. I know y'all hear me talk about this all the time. I really do feel like it's an amazing fast. It is called the Year of the Bride Fast. Let me give the intention. This is not her promising you to get a husband. Okay, let me make that very clear. However, I will say that it is a way to go back to your first love, which is God.
Does she start it again?
It starts on Saturday. It starts Saturday. So her name is Tiffany Montgomery, and she spelled Tiffany with a P, Tiph. A-N-I, I think. Her last name Montgomery, but she spelled her name with a P, not the traditional Tiffany. And it is called the Year of the Bride. So if you just look up Year of the Bride, you'll find it.
Mhm.
Um, and it is a fast that even I do. And she called all, if you're happily married, miserably married, single, whatever the case may be, to get in on the fast. And I mean, when I tell you that fast is amazing, it is an amazing fast. And yes, it's called the Year of the Bride, but God is the bridegroom, and we are always the bride. We're always the bride, and we're going to be back with the bridegroom. And in that, it breaks down some things and some,
Mhm.
man, it really breaks down some things, and find you be like, dang, I'm still mad about this from 1999. And you realize some things and how we're holding on to things, and some of these things that we're holding on to may be what may be blocking our, well, not our, because I am married, but blocking um the husband for coming, because we got to clean some stuff up. And if we're
Mhm.
depending on him, he wants us to be ready. If he gonna see you a godly man, he wants you to be godly as well. So but I just wanted to plug that. I don't know this lady from a can of paint, so I don't get anything out of it. There's no affiliation or nothing attached. But I did want to plug that, since we are talking about marriage, that it does start. So look it up. It's called You're the Bride by Tiffany Montgomery. All right, Miss Dina, you do our benediction and send us on home, friend.
Well, girl, let me jump real quick and get my phone.
Okay.
So yeah, I know I got a prayer for tonight, but I had to put it in my phone. My phone was over on the other side. Okay, bear with me 1 second. Hmm. All right, our closing benediction prayer for tonight is:
Okay.
God, thank you for reminding us that marriage is more than a moment, it is a ministry. Teach us to love with patience, to serve with humility, and to choose with wisdom. Strengthen every heart preparing for covenant and steady every couple already walking it out. Let alignment guide us, let purpose anchor us, and let your presence shape every partnership. Cover us with clarity, peace, and grace as we grow into who you have called us to be. Amen.
Amen. There you have it. Thank you, guys. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all week. We'll see you guys next week, Lord's will. And talk to you later. Bye.